Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I am going to do the collective for today. Today is, I hate that. Today is Friday. It is August 7th, 2026. A big shout out to my little brother. Happy birthday, Chris. I love you, man. We got, okay, why was I going to go directly to okay. You may follow me on the Talk the Tube, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, God's kiss. We love that for you. Whatever doesn't fit, just leave it on this table for someone else. I don't want you taking on energy that wasn't meant for you. As you can see, we're using Intuitive Kev's Kipperish deck. He is back on Etsy. His shop is open. If you're interested, the decks are on there. $99 for the 3 decks. Otherwise, they're like, I think one's $35 and the other 2 are $40. Something like that. Every time I run my hair through, like run my fingers through my hair, like they get my hair gets stuck in the nails, in the fake nails. And I had another one fall off last night. Did I show you this morning? I don't think I did. And I'm tempted to glue them back on because I went out and bought the glue and I put the one on and it was on for like a day and a half. But I don't think I'm gonna. No. I don't think I'm gonna. We got 1 on the table, 2 on the table. Someone have mixed emotions? Tell me about it. I got mixed emotions. I got mixed emotions about everything. Hi, baby. The door is open. The cats are roaming free. I have to go outside and walk tonight, so I figured I'm going to spend as much time with them as I can. I would leave the door open for them. That way they can come and go as they please. They'll more than likely go, because they're cats. And they only love me for so long. Right? Right, bub? Right? Yeah. So handsome. Such a handsome fella. You okay? We got 3 on the table. My friend, she made she calls it chicken chipotle. It's like a tinga. And she had some steak that she did, I think, for her daughter's engagement party last weekend. And she brought it to me yesterday. I didn't eat it last night. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to eat it tonight. And she gave me 2 big bags of meat, little Ziploc bags of meat. She gave me a bag of cilantro and onion, which is my favorite. Some Chihuahua cheese, a little thing, whatever was left in a container, like a squeeze bottle container of some sour cream, which I love sour cream, but I never buy it and I never eat it. But if somebody gives it to me or it's at a restaurant, like, I will eat it. Bubbles. Bubs. Why are you chasing Homer? So I put the meat in the pan. I put the cilantro and onion on there. She also gave me a bag of limes, so I squeezed all the lime juice on there. I put the cheese on there. I ate a little bit more of my cheese because I wanted more cheese. And then I cooked it for about a half an hour, 350. Pulled it out of the oven, squirted the sour cream on there, put a little hot sauce on there. I probably did not need the hot sauce, but I'm a spicy girl. What can I say? Oh my God, it was so good. It was so good. Now I'm doing readings to kind of like tamp down the fullness of my belly, but I gotta walk 4 miles tonight. I got a box. The boxing won't be so bad because that's mostly arm work, but the walking, and I want to kind of wait until it's a little cooler out there because it's so warm today. It was warm in the warehouse. We were short staffed. I was supposed to be in packing. She put me back in picking. I picked 3 days this week. There is a part of me that back in the day I would have been like, yeah, I want to pick every day. Now I cannot stand it. Like, I would rather be in packing. We got 4 on the table. Someone has a lot of emotion for somebody. They go back and forth in their head. Someone loves someone. I know this is kind of supposed to be a negative card, but I'm not getting that. Like somebody loves somebody. Homer, you better run. Two more shuffles. Somebody goes back and forth in their head because of gossip. We got 6 on the table. We're going to do one more shuffle. Somebody goes back and forth in their head because of gossip, but they love this person. These cats are crazy. But they actually really do love this person. Someone else, like a third party energy, and a third party can mean anything. It doesn't have to be another lover. It could be a friend, a family member, coworker, neighbor, whatever, librarian, I don't know. But somebody's spreading some gossip about whomever this is, probably to try and get this person not to be interested in this person. The thing is, I here, let me tell you, you guys know when people do magic and spell work on someone and it doesn't work and it bounces back on them, right? Same thing for let and this is just an example, but like let's say my friend John is interested in Tina, right? But I like John. So I'm going to do spell work. I'm going to whisper in people's ears and say that Tina, slut, total piece of, and I'm just going to put that out there. Here's the thing. A, that's probably going to come back on me. I'm going to be found out for a liar. I'm going to be found out for being the slut and the POS. Also, the more that you try and work against whatever is fated and destined, the more it's going to happen. So John and Tina probably going to get together. Probably going to get together. Oh my gosh. People don't think before they do things. And again, why use spell work for evil when you could use it to find your own true love? So you can use it to build your own abundance. We got 8 on the table. I thank God, I thank the angels, the ancestors, the dearly departed loved ones, guides. They're looking at whomever this, I want to call them the narrator, because I mean they're spreading a false narrative. They're gonna get theirs in spiritual court. Like everybody's gonna come together and be like, okay, so Kim, she casted spell work on John and Tina to keep them apart. What are we gonna do about it? And then I get the karma, right? It's something about like a higher up, like a higher court, 5D, spiritual court, whatever you want to refer to it as. We got 9 with bottom of the deck. I don't think that whatever that is really affecting this person. They still love this person. It's because they see another side. Like they look at this person and they see this. They're not seeing what is being spread about them. They're not seeing it. Pardon me. All right, let me show you the cards. We got 9 with bottom of the deck. We've got jealousy and envy. We've got enamor. We got love spell. False narrative. Death magic. Bondage. Hey, baby. We got expectation. Legal. And bottom of the deck, thoughts. Feminine, masculine, take how it resonates, doesn't matter. This is coming. Whomever is spreading the lies, whoever is talking shit, this is coming. And let me say this. Let me give you an example, right? Because I always say to you guys, be honest about who you are in a situation. Because I'm literally sitting here thinking, oh, well, I know this isn't me because I'm not talking shit about someone. Here's the thing. Let me give you an example. So if you follow, if you subscribe, you guys know the guy I was in love with last year, my 2 female friends that ditched me as a friend to go be friends with him. Supposedly last year he was dating the one. Now he's supposedly dating the other one that's married with 2 teenage kids. Anything that I have ever said in the negative about these 2 women, hey, Bubby, I have witnessed with my own eyes. Like I was there. Like they told me what they told me. And that's how I know. And granted, I will say this. I don't know a lot of negative, but I do know negative that has come from these 2 females. And anything that I have said and voiced out loud is of the truth. I heard it with my own ears. It gave me some type of feeling. Intuitively, I knew what it was. I stored it away for future use. And now I'm going back through and I'm hearing and seeing these things and realizing all those little moments where they said something and I got that nudge. I should have listened because I should have walked away from them as friends a long time ago. Here's the deal. If I have said anything negative about them, it is in regards to what I was told from them that was negative. So God and I both know, like, I'm not out there spreading lies, right? But there's a difference. Because, like, let's say right now, I don't really tell people what I have going on in my life. I don't really talk about it, okay? I don't really share a lot of information about my personal life anymore. Not even with some of my good friends, right? I just don't feel comfortable. I just don't. I feel like there's always negative energy thrown my way. Either they have something nasty to say or I can just feel it like on the inside, like I can see their brain, the little hamster in the wheel being like, this bitch is at it again. Like she thinks she's so much better than everybody else. No, actually I don't. If anything, I was brought up by a family member to think that I was a piece of shit. And I pretty much spent most of my life feeling like I was a piece of shit. So I don't ever believe that I am better than anyone else. I do, however, believe that I'm better than situations. And when I see nasty, sticky, weird, grotesque situations with other people that are involved, I just don't want to get involved in that shit. So I walk away. It has nothing to do with me thinking that I'm better or they're worse than me or anything like that. I just don't want to be involved in a bunch of shit. I spread rumors about John and Tina, right? I say some crazy shit to try and keep them apart because I like John and I want to be with John. God knows that. God's already seen that. The judgment is already coming. The karma is already getting ready to fall. And I've told you guys this before in the past. Like I get karma so fast, like it's crazy. Like literally, like I do one thing and I realize like, oh, like I instantly realize like, oh, I shouldn't have said that. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Oh, I shouldn't have thought that. And then bam, karma. Some people don't recognize, don't know how to recognize when they're in the wrong in a situation. I just want everybody to be fully aware of where they are, who they are in a situation. Because I would never want you to think like, oh, no, I'm the one that's correct. I'm the one that's correct. And then you get karma and you're like, oh my God, like what did I do wrong? Okay, sit down and think about the situation. Did you say something? Did you do something? Did you promote something that you shouldn't have promoted? And that's all a part of enlightenment. That's all a part of healing and growth and change, is recognizing like, okay, like I did something wrong here. Like I should not have said that, or I should not have done that. That's what it is to be a grown up, a fully functioning adult in society. I went off on a kid today at work. I was driving to work this morning. I probably drove like, I don't know, 4 miles ish behind him. And then we were both going to work. And it was funny because even when I first started driving behind him, I was like, oh God, I bet he's going to the warehouse. Literally like 7 minutes away from the warehouse. And behind me was one of the janitorial guys. So he saw everything. Older guy, nice guy, married, older kids. So this guy, young guy, cut me off on 2 turn lanes. You know, like when you're driving on the road and then all of a sudden you get a turn lane and you get into the turn lane to turn right. The first one, it's a non-stop. So you go to turn right and you just keep going. And the people that are coming from oncoming traffic that are turning left, you're just supposed to merge. But at 4:30 in the morning, there's no traffic. Well, this young man was in front of me, and he looks like he's going straight. And there's only so much room to get in that turn lane. I got in the turn lane. I had my turn signal on. I turned it on before we even got there, right? You're supposed to do it like within 50 feet, something like that, of the turn. I did it before because motioning and I'm getting into the turn lane. This kid cuts me off and gets in the turn lane, and I lay on my fucking horn. I'm like, what are you, mental? Because it's nonstop. It's not like you get to the thing and you stop. It's not like I was slowing down. Like I was going. And he just goes to cut me off. And it's like, hello? Do you not understand what could have happened there? So we go and we turn and we go onto the road that goes by the backside of our warehouse. He drives with his turn signal on for probably about a mile and a half. Okay, he finally turns it off when he has to make the turn to go down the side street that's right by the warehouse. It leads right to the warehouse. Again, he looks like he's going straight. I was like, oh, okay, maybe he doesn't work there. Wrong. I go to get in the left turn lane because I got to turn left down the side street. And I do it before, like I put on my turn signal before the lane even comes up. And he cuts me off a second time. I don't beep the horn this time, but I'm on his ass because, again, you cut me off. We both make the turn. The janitorial guy makes the turn behind me. Now, on that little side street, by our warehouse. When they make deliveries to our warehouse, sometimes the trucks will park out there at night. Sometimes the guys will sleep out in their cabs. I don't know. The police should be coming and telling them to leave because they're not supposed to be doing that. There's no parking signs all along that street, but I'm assuming Big Brother, big business, made a deal with the police so they leave them alone. Because there's probably, this morning, there were probably about 5 trucks actually, which was a lot. Usually there's only like 1 or 2 sitting out there. There was probably about 5. And it's a nice long size road, but I mean 5 trucks is still a lot to be parked off to the side there. So I kid you not, this young man decides to drive on the opposite side of the road. Like, because there's no oncoming traffic. And he's driving on the other side of the road. Meanwhile, I'm driving alongside the trucks on the correct side of the road, but still a distance wise from the trucks, right? If somebody had to jump out of their truck or whatever, like I wouldn't have hit them or anything like that. Not even close. So I'm literally driving. The janitorial guy is driving behind me. I'm looking at this young man driving on the opposite side of the road, and I'm like, seriously? So we get up to the corner, and you have to turn right, and you have to go through a gate. And there's actually a little gatehouse. You have to scan your badge. The gate will go up, right? Sometimes the gates don't work. You're still supposed to scan your badge because they want to know who's coming and go. Okay, so there's two sides on each side. So when you're going in and when you're leaving. Well, one of the sides where you can scan your badge, they had it blocked off with cones. So there's probably something wrong with the scanner. Okay, fine. So I'm turning on my turn signal because I'm going to turn right. And this mother swerves over, gets in front of me, has his turn signal on. There's an oncoming car who I happen to know who it is. One of my young female friends from work is driving one of our other mutual friends in our department to work because sometimes his car works, sometimes it doesn't. He's married, she has a boyfriend, but they're really close friends. So she'll get up in the morning and give him a ride to work if he needs a ride. He cuts her off because technically she's coming to make that left turn before we're making the right turn. And he zooms up and cuts her off. Gets in front of her. I get behind her. And the janitorial guy comes up behind me. I roll down my window as the kid is scanning his badge, and I'm like, you don't know how to drive. My friend, who was behind him, who he cut off, I'm sure she thought it was me. I mean, I know she thought it was me because I actually texted her after. I did text her later to apologize and said, I was yelling at the guy in front of you. He drove like that all the way to work. She goes to drop the guy off, right? Our mutual friend in our department. I see where the kid parks and I pull up alongside him and I roll down my window and I'm staring at him through the window and he's staring at me and I'm like, hello. And I make the motion, roll down your window. He rolls down his window and I'm like, what the were you doing? And he goes, oh, it's my first day. I didn't know how to get here. And I looked at him and I said, not only could you have gotten in an accident, not only could you have killed another person with your reckless driving, I said, you could have killed yourself. Does that not matter to you? And he's just kind of like, and I said, you need to get, I literally said this. I said, you need to get your shit together. I said, and you need to go back to school and you need to learn how to drive. You need to take a course, something. I said, because you cannot go back out on the road like that. And I rolled up my window and I drove away and I went and parked on the other side of the parking lot because I was fucking fuming. Now, do I think I'm justified in my thoughts and my feelings? Yeah, of course I do. Should I have said what I said to him? Probably not. And so when I see him on Monday, because I'm sure I will apologize. And make no mistake, like when I see him, I will go up to him and I will apologize. But I'm also going to tell him, like, seriously, tell me you don't drive like that all the time. because that was horrible. And the janitorial guy, who's actually one of my friends and one of my friends' friends, came up to me in the break room and he's like, "Are you okay?" I was like that. And he's like, "I saw the whole thing." He's like, "What is up with that kid? He didn't know what he was doing." And I said, "He claimed it was his first day here and he didn't know how to get here. But you know how to drive, right?" Like, you know how to drive. Oh my gosh. That's like on Wednesday when I was off, I went to take one of the ladies her lunchbox because she no longer works for the company, but her box was in the fridge. So I told her, I'm like, "Give me your address and I'll drive over and I'll drop it off." So I did that on Wednesday afternoon, and it was funny because Google or Apple Maps, whatever the hell it is, I don't know which one I was using, told me to make a left-hand turn, and I missed it. I missed it. So I went up like two little, not even intersections, I don't know what you would call them, and I did a U-turn, and I went back. I waited for the traffic to clear. I did a U-turn and I made a right-hand turn onto the street I was supposed to. But I'm thinking to myself, like this morning I was thinking to myself, okay, if I had missed that turn, because I realized right away like I was missing the turn. I could have just swerved and fucked up traffic and got in a car accident and made my turn, like the kid. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, I don't understand how people can just recklessly drive like that. And here's the thing, he's a young kid. So me saying you could have killed somebody on the road probably wouldn't faze him, right? But you would think that me saying, hey, you could have almost killed yourself on the road, like, you would think that would faze somebody. Anywho, I'm sure I'll get some type of karma for my role in that situation. Again, when I see him next, I will be apologizing, but also still emphasizing, um, hopefully you don't drive like that every day. But that's that's just like a little example, a 20-minute example of taking accountability for your actions and recognizing that everybody gets karma, whether you believe in it or not. And again, whoever's spreading this false narrative, I feel like it's not going to hit, and I feel like somebody is just going to fall more in love with it. They're just going to fall more in love with this person. I think the jealousy and envy is here because I think whomever is enamored with this person that's being talked about, I think this is, and I'm just going to say it because when you look at this picture, like, they look happy and there's little hearts there. Like, it kind of just makes you feel like this is probably a feel good type of person. They probably have a lot of friends, a lot of acquaintances, right? And I feel like this person, I wouldn't say they get close to people necessarily, but they know a lot of people. They talk to people, just friendly kind of vibes. And I feel like whomever has a thing for this person, whoever is watching this person, they almost have a jealousy and an envy of like anybody that talks to them. Like, oh, you get to talk to them? How come you get to talk to them? I can't talk to them. And it's making me laugh because it's like, yeah, you can. You can. Like, if you like them, go up and talk to them. What? I don't understand. And you guys know what I'm talking about cuz I talked about this with the guy that I was in love with last year. Like, it didn't seem like he wanted to have any discussion about what had happened and about me telling him about my feelings for him and all that. So I let it go and I walked away and I did my own thing. But there were many, many, many times where I have felt, even as of yesterday, where I have felt like he wanted to say something, like he wanted to come up and talk. Like, so come up and talk. Say something. I mean, here's the thing. If he were to come in now and want to have a conversation, like we would literally have to have a conversation about what happened. In order to get past that and be friends or work acquaintances or whatever, we would have to have a discussion about that to get over that. And then have a discussion, okay, like, are we going to try and be friends or what is going on here? Just work acquaintances, like you don't want to have anything, you don't want to talk to me, even though, like, again, sometimes it feels like he has something to say and he doesn't say it. I would not be friends with him. I would not talk with him on a regular basis until we had a discussion about what happened, because I feel like that is long overdue. However, he could still come in and say, hey, how you doing? And I'd be like, good, how are you? And then, maybe even I would say, hey, you ready to have that talk yet? Like, I mean, you know what I mean? But again, I'm never going to open that door for him, because I did open the door for him and he didn't take it. So when that door slowly closed, that was because of him, right? Whomever this is, like, I just, and I've said this before, in all circumstances in life, if you have something to say it. Don't live your life in regret. Don't don't and here's my thing. If you're intimidated by somebody, if you're worried about how somebody's going to react, fuck that. Fuck that. If you have something to say, if you need to get something off your chest, in order for you to heal and grow and move on, you need to say that at some point. And if you want to make it right with another person, then you need to tell them that. You need to say what you have to say. You have to take that leap of faith. You have to, walk off that cliff, and you need to say something, because otherwise people live their whole lives in regret. For what? Because you were too nervous? Because you were a chicken shit? Because someone intimidated you? Who cares? Who cares? Say what you have to say. Like, if this person likes this person, I don't know why you just wouldn't say it. Because again, with the love spell, I'm not really getting a love spell. I'm getting that there's something there, and it might even be mutual. It might even be mutual. And fuck the false narrative and the death magic and the bondage. That's just whomever is spreading this false narrative. They just want to keep a situation stuck for two people for whatever reason, right? And like I said, with the expectation and legal, I think this death magic, this false narrative, this bondage bullshit that this person created, this third person created, that's all going to come under judgment. They're going to get their karma at some point. And you guys know how I feel about that. If they don't get the karma, their kids are going to get the karma. Their spouse is going to get the karma. Their family is going to get the karma. Their friends are going to get the karma. Whatever the case. When this card fell out, all I could think of is that someone has love on their mind. Okay. And that's this person. Just don't look at the jealousy and envy. And don't look at their angry eyes. This person has love on their mind for this person. Again, masculine, feminine, too masculine, too feminine. It doesn't matter. And I think the sole focus is going to be figuring out how to come into contact with this person and say and do everything that they need to. And fuck all this negative bullshit. Whoever's spreading the false narrative, let them duel it out with God in court. Seriously. Because it's not worth a normal human's time to even worry about it, Forget it. I'm seeing like a gray pickup truck, like a big one, not a little one, like a Ford F-150 or something like that, gray one. It might be older model because it's not like, I mean, it's metallic-y, but it's not like that shiny. Like it's like an old looking gray metal, and not like the refined, shiny gray, dark gray that you see a lot of cars in now. It's not like that. It's like that metal look. Like, I don't think you guys can see. Okay, maybe you can. Like, this is metal, right? And they just did like a paint job over this bottle. But now the metal is starting to show through. And whatever that big truck is, it's like a maybe even more of like a silver as opposed to a gray. Not mirrored, but it could be silver. It could definitely be silver. And didn't I get that once before? Because I'm getting like sunflowers, but I'm getting like almost like somebody holding a bouquet. Like maybe going to the farmer's market and buying like a whole bouquet of sunflowers. Or maybe not a maybe bouquet is not the right word, like a stalk, like a I don't know what the plural of that would be. Stalks? Pardon me. Okay. I don't know. I don't know why I was picturing that, but like a stocky, heavy, younger guy, Hispanic in origin, like I wouldn't even say like dark skin, but definitely like a darker hair, and it looks like a masculine figure, and he looks like he's kind of got like an afro, kind of like his hair is just kind of poofing out all every which way. But it doesn't necessarily look like a traditional afro, from back in the day, but I don't know, like there's a lot of volume in that hair, and they were kind of like walking fast down a hallway, and it was kind of like bouncing. Hmm. All right, I think I'm gonna leave it there. He had glasses too. The young guy with the froey kind of hair, he had glasses, black glasses. I'm gonna leave it there. I hope it resonates. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you're entertained. I hope you all have a wonderful Friday evening, and I will talk to you later. Bye.